Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Played It Live, the Crypt. We got Jet, we got VOX, and we are back with Faction Wars. Going to be a lot of fun tonight. I see, look at these super chats already in the house. We got the moderators in the house, 78 months. Bones, good luck, Jet and VOX. Can't wait to see the new lineups. Me too, looking forward to that. We got Julia in the house, super excited to see tonight's game. Happy to be involved with such an amazing group of people who have each other's back. It's a long time. We've been doing this for a while. We got Falar in the house. Hello, 999 Army. Kills Great Mods. Channel members, sponsors, PDL. We got Kills Game, our online game, Pet Battles, Auction House, Faction Wars, Shaman Sheila. Welcome to the Green Team. And I see a lot of y'all here tonight. I'm ready for this. But can you guys hear me okay? Am I coming through loud and clear? Hopefully. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Because we got a lot of stuff that we have to do before we get to tonight's game. So, you know, I wasn't going to do this, but I do have a microphone, and I have to, right? I want to take a moment. I want to make a really, really special announcement because, you know, we play this game with a lot of people, and sometimes people are here for a long period of time. And we had something go down last week, and I just wanted to address it. And I thought, what better way to address it than to address it live, especially, you know, when people have been here for so long. And I just have to let you guys know that Miss the OG Ninja is coming back to Play Dead Live, everybody. That's right. Last week, Miss the OG Ninja, she's going to have a side quest coming back to Play Dead Live. So we're super, super excited about our team, our everything that we put together. I see we've got Trigger in the house. It is date night, baby. We got Busy Bee in the house. And also, there was something else last week, too. So, in all seriousness, and I am serious about, I'm excited about Miss being back. But I do want to make an announcement because, you know, last week, toward the end of the week, we were all just, you know, we thought it was just going to be a normal week. And we were looking around, and then all of a sudden we found out that Pope is going to be back too. We got the Pope back. He was in there in Fish Strike, and we got the big, big, epic win with the Pope being back as well. So awesome, awesome job. Also, we got Justice back in the house, right? So other than that, it was a kind of a nothing burger. It was kind of a slow week. We got some much needed rest. I think everybody's supercharged. You can see the energy in the team. We got Dimes in the house. Good luck tonight, Jet and VOX. Everybody's ready to play and really, really get down to business. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys had a great week. All right. We're going to do some things tonight. We've got a auction tomorrow. We were just looking for a cool name, so we're going to call it the Taco Grande Auction. There's going to be some really, really cool gear available. So that will be offline. We'll be doing that. And we are going to give away a really, really awesome pet tonight free. We're going to give it away free for one of y'all. It is the amazing King Stygian is going to go to one of y'all in chat tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. And you guys ready to get down to what do you guys want to do first? All right, first things first. We will have a new map coming up soon. Is hey, take a look at standings. We got Ark. Ark has been on fire this season, 10-2. VOX lost some close ones. VOX 7-5. Big game tonight for VOX, trying to keep that lead above Sly. Sly at 5-7. Jet getting better and better. And tonight's lineup is going to be super, super important. You can see we got Jet and VOX. Next Monday, we got Sly and Ark. And then we've got Sly and Jet. And then we got VOX and Ark. So really, really cool stuff coming up for all of you guys. Let's do the sliver sacrifice to find out what kind of sliver we are going to be giving up tonight. Here it is. Spin that wheel. Sliver sacrifice is going to be, I know y'all, it's red eye. Okay, there might be some red eyes out there. Make sure to check your inventory for the red eyes. All right. We'll be back to that shortly. We're going to do something really cool tonight. So first thing I want to do is I want to give away, I'm going to give away a free pack in this month's box event, or I'm sorry, October's box event. Give me a number from 1 to 20 right now. If you think you're in it to win it, give me a number 1 to 20. I'm going to roll those dice, and let's find out. We got a really big box event lined up, too. All right, we'll get those numbers in there. And keep in mind, we did have some items change hands this week. So you could see Victorium in play tonight. You could see Law Dog in play tonight. Those have already been announced. They're not secrets. So, and there's some other items that you'll see in the near future as well on Monday's match. So, looking forward to that. Here we go, everybody. We're going to spin that wheel, or I'm sorry, we're going to get that roll and see who's going to get some packs tonight. It is number 20. Number 20 right out of the gates. Who rolled that 20? Valar and Trigger, congratulations. You each got a pack. One pack each for Valar and Trigger. See, just like that. Just like that. All right. Now, how about a little money tree? Money tree, this is for 250 tokens, everybody. 250 kills tokens. Spin that wheel. It is going to be Valar. Oh, come on, Valar. You can't win everything. How about Valar winning a pack and then winning the money tree? Sorry, Ron. Ron was supposed to set that up. It's been, you know what? Valar, we spun the wheel before Ron said it's spin time. So that one doesn't count. That one doesn't count. Sorry, Valar, we got to do it all over again. Because we always have to, Ron's got to say, it's spin time, baby. And then we do it. All right, Ron, what time is it? All right, okay, we'll give it to Valar. We'll give it to Valar. All right, congratulations. She's 2 for 2. Now, she better not win the Stygian. All right, here we go. Now, there is only one of these. And King Stygian, pretty cool pet, because if it hits you, it knocks you into the sniper zone for 2 rounds. That means you're stuck there. So you can imagine there's a lot of use for a pet that will knock you into an area and keep you there for 2 rounds. So here's the way we're going to do it. Everybody give me a number from 1 to 12. If there's a tie, we will eliminate, okay? So if there's a tie, we will have tiebreakers. Everybody pick a number from 1 to 12. You got 10 seconds to get your number in. This, I'm telling you, this is the only one that's out there. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Number 7, lucky number 7. Cardinal is the only one. The Cardinal. Nobody else picked 7. Wow. All right. There were multiple ties out there, and the Cardinal got it. Well done. Well done, Chad. I could not think of a better person with more integrity to have this item. So thank you so much, Chad. That worked out perfectly. Awesome job. Awesome job. It's fate. It's fate. All right, now let's get down to tonight's Epic War Bundle, everybody. Tonight's Epic War Bundle is absolutely loaded. A lot of these items have been requested by each of you. So I'm starting out with that silver bundle. We got Elixir Extreme. We got Steel. Triple Dimes. 2 Buncos. We got Post-Battle Pet Revive. Graphene. Carbine. 1 of each of your waxes. Take you down to the red zone. Red Summon Skins, Thrill Smoke, Rage Tonic, Frantic 5, Savage 6, Mag 7. I am going to go double bottom bonus. I'm not even going to ask tonight. I know you guys want it, but you know what? Go ahead and give me triple nines. Let's just do it. just show everybody how passionate we are about these war bundles. Give me those 999s, and you're going to see how many people want this double bottom bonus. So we got 2 Super 8, 2 Hostile 9, 2 Super Thrill, 2 Terror 10. Take you to the gold. We got Cruel Blue times 2. Encased Glyph, 2 Cruel Red, Smolder Glyph. Down to the bottom, that's double gold summon. That's double Onyx skins and double Silver Sparks. Look at the bonus. That's 2 Seal Smoke, 2 Max Seals, and 2 Heal Smoke. Over to the green, Energy Orb, Spider Silk, Combat Orb, Chill and Thrill, Cruel Blast, 1 Arc Spark. But if you go down to the bottom row, that's right. That's 2 Blue Sparks, 2 St. Elmo's, 2 Absorptions, Standard Ammo, Mythic Summon Skins, Colossal, Pink Smoke, and brand new gear. Something to get excited about. This is the Zenith Trinket. H22, D24. It is the first piece of gear that has the highest damage in the damage slot. So the highest stat is the damage slot. B17, AP14, and a brand new ability, but it's 2 abilities that you know. It's called Dual Blast. Remember how Nuke used to be one ability and Roar was a separate ability? Well, now, if you play the ability Dual Blast, you get Nuke and Roar both. You get both of them. Crazy, crazy stuff. All right, Kel, let's see it. Let's see who all picked up tonight's Epic War Bundle. And I got to ask you guys, okay? Because we're going to do this tomorrow in trade chat. And you guys know how we do it. We do that 25-50. There's going to be some Mask of the Prophet. There's going to be some Immortal Upgrade pets. There's going to be a lot of good legendaries, a lot of good gear. Let me know right now if you're going to be there. Type RSVP in chat right now if you plan on being there for the Taco Grande auction that we're going to be doing tomorrow night in trade chat at 9 o'clock. Great chance for you to get some epic, epic value. We've done that before, and it always turns out pretty amazing. So pretty amazing stuff, and I expect to see you guys there. And remember, the way it works is if you get that bid in first, then you can get some of these legendaries at 25, or you got to lock it up at 50. You play a little risky if you go 25. All right, I'm seeing a lot of people are going to be there tomorrow. So we got Ron, Busy, Dimes, Dow, Die, Justice, Bones, Pope, Crimson, Lexicon, Football, Valar, Cat, Jim, Trigger, Julia, Flyrod, Shaman, Nightshade, and Kel, all picking up tonight's epic Zenith Trinket. All right, we're going to be on time tonight. I'm excited for you guys to see the lineups. Thank you so much. All right, if you are Kel, Justice, Busy, Crimson, Trigger, Cat, or Father Ron, give me your pre-match buffs right now. I agree, Sheila. That trinket is pretty amazing. All right, we got Justice. We got Trigger. We got Cat. We got Crimson. Father Ron. Ooh, Vox is ready. Vox like, we're getting all of our people out. It's a show of force. We're at home. We're going to get our buffs out there quick and show y'all something. But Jet. We got Justice. We got Busy. And Kel's going to be like, well, I would have had mine first, but I had to type all the bundles. That's fair. That's fair. All right, we're going to get Kel's buff in here in a second. While we're doing that, I'm going to take you down. There it is right there. I'm going to take you down to the VOX Vatican Crypt. Here it is, everybody. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. We've got, going first in the DZ, we got Cat, former MVP, by the way. Cat followed by Busy B in the DZ. Busy B will be followed by Trigger in the tank zone. They chose the tank. Trigger followed by Zombie Jet in the DZ. Jet playing their zombie tonight. After Zombie Jet, we got Father Ron. Father Ron is the captain. He's the sniper. He is also the siege person. Ron will be followed by Kel. Kel is the captain and the siege person. Busy's a sniper, by the way. After Kel, we got Crimson. Crimson is the rover from the rover zone, and Crimson followed by Justice. Welcome back, Justice. Always great to have you here in the tank zone. Here we go, everybody. Remember, timers can't be challenged. Cat, you're on the clock, and you have a 30-second timer, 20-second timer, sorry, starting right now. Timer is up. Points on the table already. This is for a coming up on the nerf. Watch out. Second timer is up for Cat. VOX, she might need to refresh. Ron, did y'all tell Cat she was going first? All right, here we go. Before the second buff, move into range, boss to Main Street. Oh, Cat leaving the DZ, going down to the wall. Look at that. Aggressive, aggressive. All right, boss to Main Street in 1, Cap in 3 potentially. Seal. Snowstorm loaded. See if Kel's going to let that hit or wait. Sacrifice Red Eye. And duplex ability. And that will double Cat's next sliver ability. All right, play in duplex. Move into range. Seal. Snowstorm loaded to the wall. Sacrifice a Red Eye. And Kel says it hits. All right, put that up there. Let's get that snowstorm. Letting that first snowstorm hit. That's going to be freezing some stuff. Black block and a green block. And let's roll. Number 5. All right, so block number 5 is going to be frozen for Team Jet. All right, let's go over to Busy B. 20 seconds, Busy. Beats the timer. Busy going to go needle to the haystack. All right, Busy play a needle in 1. Cap in 2. Needle to hay, Elmo to the watchtower, and a seal for Busy. All right, Busy lighting up a first watchtower. Get them Elmo points, Busy. All right, let's go over to Trigger. 20-second timer, Trigger. Ron quick on the draw with that captaining. You can see Ron's fired up. Look at that. Trigger. On time. Trigger says, let me jump into the tank. How about Trigger with a cannonball? Get them PCP points early, Trigger. Trigger jumping in the tank, move to Temple Steps, Dark Boss to the side chest. All right, Trigger playing Dark Boss in 1, cap in 3. That could be worth an extra 25. Seal, Steel and Justice Grendel. Ouch, Justice, no Grendel for you. Going to sacrifice a red eye. Going to go top hat loaded to the wall. And give her a seal. Kel, how do you feel about that top hat? And Trigger a little trash, but welcome back, Justice. I'm stealing your Grendel. And Kel lets it hit. You know why she let it hit? Because the top hat does not matter because it didn't hit the black block first. So Kel knew that, and she's like, it's just a standard grenade. And it is. So Trigger taking down the green block. So top hat was no fear. And Trigger playing the sliver ability. And that will pump up the VOX sliver. To 25. Jet starting out at 15. All right, thank you for that, Trigger. Let's go over to Zombie Jet. Kel, disable or attack? All right, going to attack. Zombie Jet taking down 2 blocks. Black block and a green block. Zombie Jet also playing a boss in round 1, cap in 3. All right, let's go to Father Ron. No, Ron, you can't take the zombie into the portal. 20-second timer, Ron. Ron says, nope, but I'm going to take Kel into the portal. Kel, go fight Ron or surrender. Now, this could take Kel off the field, but she says on the field they have an advantage. All right, Father Ron with a white flag. Father Ron with a feather. Father Ron with the MBS. Probably a good play by both players there. Now, the key, obviously, is to make it hurt whenever they're off the field. Ron also going to play Victorium to get some extra points. Nicely done, Ron. All right, let's go over to Kel. Kel, 20-second timer for you. We'll see Father Ron in round number 3. We will have Kel, then Crimson, then Justice. Timer is up for Kel. Oh, no, she beat it. She got the move in as I was saying it. She's good. All right, Kel's going to get into Rover and move to their DZ. Let's give Kel a tire. Harvest 1 for a green block. Immortal Grendel to the haystack. All right, playing Immortal Grendel. Emo Grin. Cover up that haystack a little bit. Dropping a seal. F4 Grizzly loaded to the wall. Sacrifice a red eye and duplex ability. She'll double her next sliver ability. Ron says, let's halt it 3 times. Make it F1 Grizzly to the wall. And no modifiers on it. Rover, movement, Harvest Wand, Immortal Grendel, Seal. E1 equivalent Grizzly. Sacrifice that red eye, so let's add that. So you got that frozen block, Kel. Would have been nice, but you didn't quite get to it. 60% of a blue block. That means you got 40 blue remaining. All right, let's go over to Crimson. Crimson from the Rover Zone, 20-second timer. Crimson. Crimson beats the timer. She is going to get into Rover. Let's give Crimson a tire. Crimson getting a tire. More PCP points. After she gets into the Rover, she's going to move to her own DZ and seal. Going to use Negation Wand to get rid of Kel's Furnace Wand. Air Wands are now off the board. Going to go Immortal Grendel to the haystack. So now we got 2 Immortal Grendels, 1 by each team. So another Emo Grin. Remember the rules that we posted today of what it takes to kill a Grendel. And it is done by rank. Capri to the flame, sacrifice a red eye, and using the sliver ability. Kel, does the Capri hit? VOX's slivers up to 30. Sacrifice that red eye. It does hit. So let's put out that Temple Flame. All right, final move of round 1. Good to have Justice back. 20-second timer, Justice. Let's go. Kills game tournaments have not been the same without Justice. I'll tell you that. Timer is up. Nerf timer is up. Does beat the other timer. Jess is going to get in the tank, move to Temple Steps. Colossal Orbital, Seal. E3 Duplex. All right, he's playing Duplex ability. We got that. E3 Elmo, and he called the Temple Flame. All right. Ron says let it hit. Now, it's not going to put out the Temple Flame because it has to be a blue. But he does get the points for the Elmo. So Elmo does hit, but it doesn't put out the flame. Does sacrifice the red eye. All right, get in the tank. Give Justice Cannonball. Moves to the Temple Steps. Plays a pet, gets a seal. Duplex ability. Elmo to the flame and sacrifice a red eye. And that is the end of round number 1. At the end of round number 1, we're going to move Trigger into the flame, or into the temple. Give Trigger a blessing. We're going to give Busy a halo. Give Crimson a halo. We're going to give Kel a halo. DZ points. Jet 25. Vox 0. Temple, we got Trigger. Strawmanner 0-0. Dilma Dragonstone. And Slivers, we got 30 points for Vox. 15 points for Jet. All right, let's go to round number 2. Cat. In the no zone, you're on the clock, 20 seconds. Easily beats the timer. Cat gonna play Voyage to attack the wall. Colossal Kang to Main Street Boss. All right, that is going to release a sub. So it releases a sub. Well, there is no mirror, Ron. So, but we'll get to that in a second. All right, catapult down to the wall. So tank should be 2 blocks and 2 turns with the ability to prevent it. So that'd be 2 blocks in round 3. All right, we will go back. We got to give the Devil Horns to Zombie Jet. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Could be 63. I'm sorry, 73 if it caps. Dust Smoke to Justice. H9 Grizzly loaded to the wall with Sliver ability, and it is ×2 on that Sliver ability, which means Vox's Sliver is now up to 40. Ron's going to use a prevention on the H9 Grizzly. Voyage is good. Kang is good. Dust Smoke is good. Grenade is stopped. Sliver ability was duplexed. All right, before Busy's turn. Busy, we're going to cap that needle. First needle of the game. Busy getting the scoring started. And Busy, 20-second timer from the DZ. Ron, I'm confused. All right, let me get to Busy's turn. I'm throwing off here, Ron. We got F3 Elmo to the Watchtower, Mythic Kang to Main Street with a pet repel. All right. So, Busy, you can't target Main Street, obviously. So, even if it hits, Kang has to have a target. So, even though she missed targeted, she does get a warning for picking the wrong target. But her Kang can only go to one location, which is their chest. So, it should be side. So, Mythic Kang could be worth 63. Sacrifice a red eye. Now, I do need to pull last round off. So, we're going to take one back at the end of the round for the end of last round. We're going to take one back from VOX as well. And we added one for Busy. Busy going to play Duplex, which means her next Sliver ability would be ×2. Let's give her the Elmo to the Watchtower. Ron says it hits. All right, Elmo to the Watchtower, Mythic Kang. They only have one boss out, so it has to go to that boss. Pet Repel, Sacrifice Red Eye, and Duplex. All good. Trigger, you're up. 20-second timer. All right. Okay, Trigger got her moving on time. All right, let's go back to Kel then. All right, Kel. Back to Kat's turn. She had an H9 Grizzly. I saw Ron play prevention. That's why I said prevention. But Kel, you did not say hits or wait. And we skipped over it. So we need to go back to Kat's grenade. So Kel, if you want to stop it, now's the time. Or if you want to let it hit, now is the time. And then we'll get back. All right, it does hit. All right, so H9 Grizzly loaded to the wall. All right, thanks for clarifying that, Ron. Blue block. And a blue block. And 20% of a blue block. You got 80 blue remaining. All right, back to Trigger. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Dragon Smoke to the DZ. Colossal Kang, possible 73. Summoning Grenade loaded to the wall with MD 4. Current MD is 4. All right, Kel. You got an S6 Summoning Grenade loaded to the wall. And she is in a tank. It's going to make it an S8. It hits. All right, S8 Summoning. Trigger, what color is your orbital? Finish off the blue and take out a red block. VOX mowing down those walls. All right, when Trigger lets us know what color her orbital is, we'll put that up. All right, Kel, attack or disable? Last time you get a choice. Gold orbital. Got it. All right. Actually, you can't. Hang on. I'm going to scratch that, Kel. I don't think you can disable the cyborg in round 2. You have to disable cyborgs in round 1. That might be my bad. Yep, cyborgs can only be disabled in round 1. Sorry. All right. Let's move the zombie to the watchtower zone. Zombie's going to like 2 watchtowers. That means we got 3. We give them that one. And then we give them 4. 4 watchtowers already lit up. All right, we skip Father Ron. And we go back to, so we had Zombie Jet. We skip Ron because he's in the portal. And then we go to Kel in the DZ. Kel, 20-second timer for you. So we got Kel, Crimson, and Justice. All right, beats the timer. Kel is going to play Needle. Now, Needle is going to be devoured by Crimson's Grendel. So, Crimson's Grendel is gone. So, only one Grendel on the board, and that belongs to Jet. Pet Repel, Grizzly to the wall with Sliver ability. Kel has Duplex, so that'll make Jet Sliver worth 25. Ron, you got a F5 Grizzly going coast to coast. Ron says, wait. Cat going to use a prevention to shut it down. All right, and Crimson from the DZ 20-second timer. Colossal Kang to Main Street, Pet Repel, E1 Milo to the Watchtower, and Duplex. Colossal Kang, possible 73. Duplex means her Sliver ability would be double on her next one. Kel, you got a Milo to the Watchtower. Hits or wait? It hits. Let's light that first Watchtower. Crimson getting the points with the Milo. And final move of round 2, Justice. 20-second timer, Justice. Justice beats the timer. Justice going to play Nitrous. And his Ghost Tank. Pet Repel, Max Spark to Cat. Navy to the Temple, and Sliver ability. Ron, Navy hits or wait? All right, keep in mind, Justice has 2 turns of stealth. So he cannot be personally targeted, but his attacks can be. All right, Ghost Tank, Pet Repel, and Crimson going to use a prevention for the Navy grenade. All right, that is the end of round number 2. Captains, give me your subs. Trigger with a blessing. DZ, 25 Jet, 0 Vox. Busy, another Halo. Kel, another Halo. Crimson, another Halo. Let's remove some of these Sliver blessings from each team. Vox, 40-point Sliver. Jet, 35-point Sliver. Strawman, 0-0. Dr. Die coming in for Cat. Cat is no longer max sparked. MPC coming in for Busy. All right, also remember we have Elevation. Elevation, Kel losing her seal. Crimson losing her seal. Crimson losing her pet repel. Kel losing her pet repel. We also get another Devil Horns from Busy Bee. All right, lineup will be Doc, MPC, Trigger, Jet, Ron, Kel, Crimson, and Justice. Before Dr. Die's turn. Kel, does the catapult hit? Take down 2 blocks. We're also going to cap a boss. And 219 points in Kangs for VOX. Preventing the catapult. All right, let's go to Dr. Die. Dr. Die, 20-second timer. Timer is up. Nerf timer is up. She does beat the Nerf timer. Posted the move as I was saying. She only lost a regular timer. Move to the DZ. All right, you are in the DZ, so she's going to stay there. Going to play Fly. Kel and Busy. So pick and stick. Boston Main Street with a seal. Boston Main Street. All right, Busy is not in the game, so pick a new target. Die. Playing Boss in 3 with cap in 5. Sacrifice a red eye. Sliver ability. Pump that sliver up to 45. All right, going to move Kel and Doc with the pick and stick. They're in the no zone. All right, MPC and Kel, sorry. So Dr. Diana DZ, pick and stick, Kel and Busy. Boston Main Street with a seal. Rage Milo. Kel, does a Milo hit or no? All right, Milo's going to hit. Let's light it up. Okay, let's go to MPC. 20-second timer, MPC from the no zone. And by the way, you are stuck there. Morb to a priest, needle to the haystack with a seal. Play a needle. In 3 with cap in 4. Sacrifice a red eye. Morb, needle, seal, summoning grenade to the watchtower, and sacrifice. Ron says wait. Mythic Dark Blue from Crimson. Mythic Dark Blue will break MPC's gear absorption because it's first turn for MPC. Nerf the next grenade. And MPC will take 10% health after the gear absorption is broke. MPC will be at 90%. All right. I also need to I got to backtrack to round 2, Ron. In round number 2, Kel played needle. Is that correct? All right. Jet's needle should have killed Crimson's Grendel. The zombie plays a needle in round number 2. So that means Kel's needle should be in play. So Kel's needle is played in 2, will cap in 3. Because the zombie plays a boss in round 1, needle in round 2. All right, so Kel has a needle that will cap in round 3. MPC played a needle that will cap in round 4. All right, before Trigger's turn, we're going to cap Trigger's boss. Flag number 2. Two flags to 0. All right, Trigger, 20-second timer, you're up. Beats the timer. Trigger going to play Emo Grin. So each team now has a Immortal Grendel out. Unforgiven to the wall with Duplex and Max Seal to Crimson. All right, Kel, you got Trigger with a S6. She is in a tank. It's going to make it S9, Unforgiven to the wall. It hits. All right, it is Unforgiven. S9, Unforgiven. She does play Duplex, which means her next sliver could be ×2. Red block. Red block. 55% of a red block. You got 45 red remaining on that wall. Grendel's good. Unforgiven is good. Duplex is good. Max Seal is good. All right, we go to Zombie Jet. Zombie Jet has no needle because it was killed. So on Zombie Jet's turn, going to light Watchtower number 1 and Watchtower number 2. All right, Ron is making his way back out of the portal. 20-second timer, Ron. Ron beats the timer. Ron going to stay in a sniper zone. Boss over to the side chest. Ron playing boss in 3. Cap in 5. F5 monster to the wall. Duplex ability. Sacrifice a red eye. Ron Duplex. His next sliver could be ×2. Sliver ability. All right, MPC using second prevention. So MPC's already used prevention and now using the morb prevention. So move to sniper zone, boss to side chest, the monster stop, Duplex, and red eye. All good. All right, we will go to Kel, who's in the no zone. Picked and sticked. Before Kel's turn, we're going to cap Kel's needle. Second needle for Team Jet. We also, last turn, on Zombie Jet's turn, we capped 63-point Kang. And we capped Jet's first boss, so they have 1 flag. All right, we go to Kel. Timer starts, and she got her move in instantaneously. Boss to side chest. Kel playing boss in 3. Cap in 5. Heal and seal. Summoning grenade to the Watchtower and MD4. Ron says it hits. Kel, what's the color of your watcher? Light a watchtower. So Boston to side chest, heal and seal, summoning grenade, and MD4. Kel can get back to me on that. We'll let you know. But we are going to put a watcher on this watchtower, Ron, on the third watchtower. You know the rules. And I'll let you know. It's a Colorado, huh? Don't even know what a Colorado is. All right, Colossal Watcher. All right, let's go over to Crimson. Crimson, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Crimson going over to the other side. Going to go to the other DZ, Mythic Watcher to the Watchtower. All right, so Crimson is going to put a Watcher out. So each team with a Watcher. Milo to the Watchtower, Torment Justice, and MD4. Kel, does it hit or wait? Justice is dusted and tormented. Milo hits, and she did pay the price for it. So we light it up and give them the Milo. All right, final move of round 3. Justice. Tormented, dust smoked. 20-second timer, Justice. All right, Talon Kel to the DZ. Torment to Ron. Navy to the Temple and MD4. All right, let's put out the Temple Flame finally. All right, Talon, Torment, Navy, and MD4. And that is the end of round number 3. Let's move Justice into the Temple. Beside Trigger. We're going to give Trigger a blessing. Justice a blessing. Strawman, 10 points for Jet, 0 for Vox. Crimson with a halo. Doc with a halo. Kel with a halo. Remove a sliver blessing, and we'll remove another sliver blessing. 45 points. Vox sliver, 35, Jet sliver. DZ, I've got 25 Vox. 0 for Jet. And we've got Angel Wings for Father Ron. All right, let's go to round number 4. Doc from the DZ, 20-second timer, Doc. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Possible 73. Going to play Dust to Justice. He is already dusted, but he is a legal target, so it will fizzle. His torment is gone, but he was dusted from before. That doesn't fall off till halftime. F5 summoning grenade, sliver ability, and a gold watcher if it hits. All right, sliver ability cannot be used because you used it last time, Doc. All right, Kel, F5 summoning grenade to the watchtower. Zombie prevention with the summoning grenade. So she does get the Colossal Kang, but no Gold Watcher is going to be summoned. All righty. Before MPC's turn, MPC's needle is going to cap. Needle number 3 for Team Jet. All right, Kel, MPC's on the clock. 20-second timer. Beats the timer. MPC going to move back to the DZ. Colossal Kang to side chest with a pet repel. Could be worth 73. F6 summoning grenade to the watchtower. Movement's good. Kang is good. Pet repel's good. Ron says, this might not be good. Red blue from Dr. Dye. Second blue of the game for Team VOX. The red from the red blue will break MPC's seal. All right, let's go over to trigger. 20-second timer trigger. Did not beat the timer. Did beat the nerf timer. Trigger in the tank. So she'll get an E4. So she can play Gold Watcher. S11, Unforgiven, loaded to the wall, Kel. 1 block remaining. Actually, 0.45 of a block remaining. Less than half of a red block. It hits. Smart move to let that hit, right? I mean, that's a lot of juice, and it's a small block, but Trigger's like, I'll take it, though, because I get a gold bar. Trigger with a gold bar. Caps that orbital. First wall of the game, and let's go ahead and rebuild it. All right, and playing a Gold Watcher. Now, that's the second Watcher on the same wall because the other wall is not unoccupied. So there are 2 Watchers on the wall, which means that goes up to an S6 requirement. S6 requirement in order to light the watchtower. And Trigger getting the Gold Watcher points, 15. All right, Zombie Jet is back, taking down walls. All right, this time Zombie Jet is going to take down the rest of that blue block and take down the ice block from the snowstorm. The Jet wall is now not impeded. Father Ron is tormented in the sniper zone. 20-second timer Ron. All right, beats the timer. Ron's going to play his Colossal Wicked Kang, and he's going to bounce that one back into MPC's hands. So MPC has no Kang in play. Oh, sorry. Took the wrong one out. Let's leave that one. Let's remove that one, and then let's play Ron's. And Ron playing a Colossal Wicked Kang, which could be worth 73. Going to play Sliver ability because it's double. Pump his Sliver up to 55 points per round. All right. And Kel, he is going Super Thrill, Snowstorm. And, of course, he does have the extra damage from the Angel Wings. So equivalent to an S3 snowstorm to his wall. Doesn't the cap lock just give you the impression like Kel's panicking? I know that's not the case, but doesn't it look like wait? It's just funny. Just funny to see it. Feels like full panic mode. All right. Ron, your snowstorm is shut down. All right, let's go to Kel from the DZ. No vehicle. 20-second timer, Kel. We got Kel, Crimson Justice, and then we got halftime. Timer is up. Nerf timer is up for Kel. This is for a 25. She does beat the Nerf timer. Or she didn't beat the Nerf timer. She beat the second penalty timer. From their DZ, Colossal Kang. All right, Ron, she's going to play Cease on you, which means you get one more ability and you're done. Kel going to play Colossal Kang to the boss. Possible 73. Milo to the Watchtower. Ron, how you feel about it? And she's paying the S6 too. All right, it hits. Lighten up Watchtower, number 6. Let's take them down. Kang is good. Milo is good. Good to see some Milos. All right, Crimson, final Vox move in the first half, 20-second timer. Timer is up. She beat the timer. She's good. Mythic Gideon, Fierce Smoke MPC, M7 Snowstorm to our wall with pet score. All right, start with Mythic Gideon. And pet score. Added on top of it. Kel, you got a Fierce Smoke and an M7 Snowstorm. We'll Fear MPC out of the DZ. Justice going to Judas it the other way. Ron, you want it to hit or you want to wait? Ron says it hits. I mean, it's not going to have a snowstorm effect, so Ron's like, yeah, it's just straight up damage. Let's let it roll. Now remember, that was 40% blue that they had before, but then they had a block over this one. So this is a full blue block. After their mass destruction's applied, they are going to get 2 blue blocks. Blue block and a blue block. They are in the red zone. Crimson going to add Chromica. All right, final move of the first half, Justice. 20-second timer. All right, beats the timer. Justice going to play Cyborg Cyrus to get rid of 3 red blocks. 1, 2, and 3. Only 1 red block remaining. Jet making this thing close. Scold to Ron, and Justice says, I'm just going to throw the Unforgiven and try to finish it off, Ron. So Justice going for the hit on Ron and the wall demolition. Either way, he's getting an absorption. All right, final blue of the game for Team VOX. Interesting. All right, red-blue. That will break the absorption Justice just got. It will keep the wall intact. But the Scold is going to hit Ron, and it's going to light up a watchtower. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of a very, very close first half. All right, captains, give me your subs. Trigger with a blessing. Justice also with a blessing. Crimson, a 4th halo. Kel with a 4th halo. DZ, Vox 25, Jet 0. Let's give Ron another set of angel wings. Sliver, Vox 55, Jet 35. Sir Tim coming in the ozone. Remove a sliver blessing, and we will remove a sliver blessing. Chad coming in the ozone. Busy coming back in. All the vehicles are gone. All the lingering smokes are gone. Crimson losing her seal to elevation again. Kel losing her seal to elevation. Dr. Dye losing her seal to elevation. Busy back in and bringing in her 2 halos. All right, lineups are set. Much quicker transition with less players. You guys can see this is much, much quicker. All right, the order is going to be as follows. It'll be Dr. Dye, Busy, Trigger, Zombie Jet, Ron, Kel, Crimson, Justice, Sir Tim, and Chad. How you guys liking lineup changes so far? I'm loving them. So hopefully you guys are seeing some potential, especially those of you watching, how quick these matches are going to be. All right, we are ready to go. Dr. Dye, before your turn, we're going to cap your boss. Flag number 3. And we're also going to cap another 146 points in Kangs. All right, Doc, 20-second timer. Timer is up. Nerf timer is up. It's for a 25-point penalty. She does beat the penalty. All right, playing Kruger. And then Talon trigger to the temple. Seal, S6 Milo to the Watchtower pet score. Kel hits her weight. Kel says it hits. Okay. Dr. Dye played a double pet. So the first pet she played is Kruger. So there is no Talon, so Kruger will unlight Watchtower. Talon never happens. Dr. Dye plays a seal. Milo to the Watchtower with pet score. And there was caps this round, so she can play pet score. So the S6 Milo is going to light Watchtower number 4, and they get the points for the Milo. All right, Busy Bee, 20-second timer. Did not beat the timer. Did beat the timer. It showed up as I said it. All right, Busy Bee. Turn to a priestess. She's going to talon justice to the temple. Milo to the Watchtower with sliver ability. Jet sliver up to 40. Going to light the Watchtower and get the Milo. So priestess is good. Talon is good. Milo is good. And the sliver ability. The only one problem with the Talon. Trigger, you're up. 20-second timer. Only problem with the Talon was you didn't occupy the temple, Busy. You left it open for Trigger to move back in. All right, Trigger, move into the temple, taking advantage of that. Kruger, Sweet Tea loaded. To the wall with slime ability. All right, Kel, you got a Kruger, then you got a Sweet Tea, and then they are playing slime. First slime ability. Chad going to dynamo the Kruger. Nicely done. All right. Sweet Tea hits, but remember, Sweet Tea's not putting out a flame. So there's no bonus to the Sweet Tea. It's just a regular damage grenade. It is a stronger wall. So S8. After mass destruction, you get a black block and 40% of a green block. You got 60 green remaining. VOX. All right, move to the temple. Dynamo stops the Kruger. Sweet Tea damages, and then a slime ability is good. All right, Zombie Jet is going to light up Watchtower. And this was perfectly played, by the way, because there's no wasted attacks by Zombie Jet. Zombie Jet lights Watchtower number 8 and Watchtower number 9. How about a 9 award for Zombie Jet? All right, Father Ron. Before your turn, your boss is going to cap. That is boss number 4. $20-second timer, Ron. Going to turn busy to an engineer. Kruger, that wall, drop a seal, snowstorm. And Ron says, I get one more ability, so I'm going to cease Kel. So Kel will get one more ability, and that'll be her last ability. Kel, you got a Kruger, and you got a S6 snowstorm from Father Ron. Snowstorm hits because it's not going to do anything because there's no black block there any longer. So we will take out 60% of the green block, which finishes that one, and 80% of the next green block, which takes us down to 20% of a green block remaining. All right, before Kel's turn, we get a 73-point Kang. Sorry, Ron has, let me give Ron his Angel Wing modifier. Ron finishes off that green block and 30% of a blue block, 70 blue remaining. Kel, 73-point Kang. Second flag. And Kel, you got a 20-second timer. Kruger will remove that block as well. From the previous turn. So Busy was an engineer. Kruger removed the block. Ron got his seal. And the grenade went through. And the cease. All right. So Kel going to move to their DZ. Over there would die. Scold to Crimson. Seal and Thrill. Max Spark to Ron. You can't Judas it, Ron, because you can't see it. So movement is good. Scold is good. Seal and Thrill is good. Max Spark's good. She's playing the Lantern. So the Unforgiven is going to hit. Ron going to play Boots of Dancing. So the Max Spark, he shakes it off. First one. Ron, you can delete the Trigger Judas because it never happens. Let's give Kel an Absorption. Scold's going to like Watchtower number 9. And the Unforgiven is going to give Kel a gold bar. Let's reset that wall. Walls are getting close. All right, let's go over to Crimson. 20-second timer, Crimson. Crimson going to play Quake. Now remember, Quake will only last this round because all legends come out of play in the final round. But for this round, Justice is shaken out of the temple. That side of the temple is blocked off for the remainder of round number 5. Going to run to their DZ. Talon Ron's forgetful ass to the sniper zone. Oh, man, you got called out for not moving, Ron. Nice. Ron is Taloned. S8 Grizzly to the wall and cease Busy. All right. Busy will get one more ability, but that would probably be her last ability of the game anyway. Kel, you got an S8 Grizzly. Everything else looks like it's going to happen. Kel, she says it hits. All right, S8 Grizzly. After mass destruction, a little bit more firepower on that one. Finish off the blue block and take down a full blue block. Justice from the no zone. 20-second timer, Justice. We have Justice, Sir Tim, and Chad. Beats the timer. He's going to play Thraxus for that S3 bonus in Dragonstorm. Arc Spark, Max Seal to Chad. S8 Unforgiven loaded to the wall with slime ability. And he's playing Nader as a pet. That means everybody from Team VOX now has Dust Smoke applied to them for this round. Trigger going to Judas that Unforgiven to the other wall, Kel. Kel says, wait. Going to play Mythic Blue. First blue of the game for Team Jet. Mythic Blue is going to hit Trigger and Breaker Seal. All right, let's go to Sir Tim. 20-second timer, Sir Tim. Not beat the regular timer. See if he beats the nerf timer. He did. All right, he's going to get into the turret and turn into a tank. Seal, Rage Tonic, sacrifice a red eye. So that will be the turret bonus plus the rage via S3. Hits or waits. Kel. It hits. All right, he got into the turret. He turned into a tank. He played a seal on himself. He enraged himself. He sacrificed a red eye, but he did not attack. You are correct. All right, we go to the Cardinal. 20-second timer for the Cardinal. Cardinal beats the timer. Cardinal's going to get into the turret. Going to play Needle to the haystack. Now his Needle is just going to kill the Immortal Grendel from Trigger. So his Needle is devoured. Going to drop Seal. S8 Unforgiven to the wall. Sacrifice Red Eye. Max Spark Ron. Ron says, wait. All right, Cardinal with a S10 equivalent. Double Evoke and Medic Page 1. Cardinal playing Duplex, which will double his next sliver ability. All right. 8, 9, 10. Evoke makes it a 5. Evoke makes it a 2.5. 2.5. Let's go ahead and sacrifice the Red Eye and get that out of the way. Now we'll get to the damage. All right. 2.5 Rage. And a Carnage. And Dr. Die is going to take half that damage. It'll break Dr. Die's seal. And the rest is going to take out 75% of a black block. So you got 25% black remaining for the Cardinal. And that's after bonuses and modifiers. All right, that is the end of round number 5. At the end of round number 5, Trigger getting a blessing. That gives Trigger a gold orb. Father Ron, 5 rounds in the sniper zone. Father Ron, bronze star. Busy with a blessing. Crimson with a blessing. Kel with a blessing. Doc with a blessing. DZ 00. Strawman 10-0. Vox 55 points. Sliver Jet 40. All right, everybody. Final round. It is Dragonstorm time. Let's roll them. It is E4. We got some damage coming up. This could be a difference maker depending on who's got what left. All right, good luck, both teams. Doc, you're starting it off. 20-second timer starts now. There is no quake prevention any longer, just so you know. Both chambers are open. Doc, Mythic Gideon, Seal, Rage Tonic, St. Milo to the Watchtower with pet score. Kel hits her weight on the tower. It hits. Let's light up tower number 5 for Team VOX. All right, Busy Bee. You're up. 20-second timer, Busy. Y'all made Busy use Talon, and she couldn't use Rocky. I know that's painful, Busy. Busy gonna move to the temple. Blaze Straw Man, Seal and Thrill. Milo to the wall, Cluster F ability, and ignite that bad boy with all them gems. Prevent the grenade. Blaze is gonna light Straw Man number 3. Movement's good. Blaze is good. Seal and Thrill is good. The grenade is no good. And I had an E4 on top of it too, so y'all know that was going to hit hard. All right, Trigger. From the temple, you're up. 20-second timer. Remember, all attacks have E4 on top of them. Trigger is Zombie Jet. Father Ron. Trigger bringing the heat. She did not beat the regular timer. She did beat the nerf timer, though. So no penalties to that. Gold Rage, Super Thrill, Blue Spark, H9 Spade from loaded to the wall. From the blind date. There you go. Brand new grenade launcher. That's what I'm talking about. Gotta love that name, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Kel, that is a S20 equivalent. Busy has no prevention because she is a engineer. Thanks, Ron. Ron, you want to moderate this channel and let me do my job or not? All right. Chad with the prevention. All right, shuts it down. Busy gonna jump in front of it? Oh, I guess that works. Actually, doesn't Busy get 3 preventions a game anyway? All right. That attack is done. Nice attack, Trigger. I like that anyway. All right, Zombie Jet. Gonna light up. Strawman. Number 4. And Strawman number 5. All right, Father Ron. With the Angel Wings and the Bronze Star bonus, 20-second timer Ron. We got Ron, Kel, Crimson Justice, Tim, and Chad. Ron does beat the timer. Ron going to go Dune to the Strawman. Thrill Smoke, Blue Spark. H9 Monster from Patton. Kel? All right. Ron, now that Kel said wait, what is your target? That is a 25-point targeting penalty. He picked the monster. He did not pick the target. All right, going to the wall. Kel. Still going to use the intervene. And Dune to the straw man is going to put out straw man number 5. All right. Dune is good. The big grenade shot is going to be redirected at the wall, and Justice is going to intervene it. All right, let's go back to Kel. 20-second timer, Kel. With Dragonstorm, this is going to come down to a couple of moves at the end. Blaze to Strawman, Absorption, and Inferno to Strawman. Ron, you unlike 1, she's trying to like 2. Tim going to prevent 1. Does the other one hit, Ron? All right. So we assume they're going to prevent the Blaze, and the Inferno will hit, and it'll break the Absorption that Kel just played. All right, so 1 will light, and 1 will stop. All right, Crimson, you're up. 20-second timer. Does beat the timer. Orcus to Strawman, Aqua to Strawman, and Slime ability. Second Slime ability. Kel, you got an Orcus and an Aqua, putting out 2 Strawmen. Jet putting VOX on the defensive here at the end. Mythic blue from Justice. Mythic blue will hit Crimson for 30% of her health. One of the straw men are extinguished. The other one is prevented. Justice, you're up. 20-second timer. Crimson max absorb. She's going to keep her full health. All right. We'll leave Justice move up there. Kel, no mythic blue can be used on that attack. Justice did get his move in on time. So we're going to leave the blue. And it hits. We're going to put out 2 of those straw men. All right. Crimson's blue hits. She does not need to use the max absorb. So both of those attack hit, and no pet was used. All right, back to Justice move. Justice, Blaze. Then Super Thrill H9 Unforgiven loaded to the wall with Nuke. All right, Ron, does Blaze hit as well? I'm assuming both hit. He's using the sonars. All right, looks like VOX has nothing left, so we're going to see what happens here. Blaze is going to light up Strawman number 4. And now let's see what type of nerf the damage gets. We got a mythic and a gold sonar. But Justice is bringing the heat. Justice has 9, 10, 11, 12. Pershing, 13. Dragonstorm, 14, 15, 16, 17. And Thraxis, 18, 19, 20. S20 Unforgiven. But we got 2 sonars are going to nerf it. All right, we got 35% prevention on the sonars. It's going to make it a S13 after their mass destruction. S13 lithium equivalent. That is a damaged black block. Black, green, green. So that's 2.2. And 25 blue. So 75 blue remaining. 2.75. Nice hit, Justice. All right, we got 2 attacks left. Sir Tim. 20-second timer. Sir Tim and the Cardinal. Time is up. Beat the nerf timer. All right, Kel, you got a Cinder and a Navy. It hits. All right, Cinder will not put out a flame. Cinder will give you 20 points for a lit flame. So Cinder will give Vox 20. Navy will put out a flame. And that is slime number 3. So slime number 3 is going to give an ice block to mirror. I'm going to use that as an ice block marker for that blue one. So that is a frozen block. Now that was pretty dang smart. Let me actually put up the real ice block so you guys don't say I didn't know it was frozen. So that third slime ability was played perfectly. All right, Cinder grabs 20. Navy will put out a straw man. All right, we got one more move. Cardinal. 20-second timer starts now. All right, we'll get Cardinals move in 1 second. All right, it hits. Blaze to straw man, Inferno to straw man. All right, Blaze. Will light, and Inferno will light. Kel, I would have put the Blaze on the ice block, and I would have lit up that wall. Especially with the Dragon Storm. Might have been a 150-point attack at the end. All right, it hit. Sliver ability. Pump that sliver up to 45. But if you could have frozen that block and then hit that wall, Cardinal would have did some major damage there. Awesome game, everybody. What a game to be back. I think everybody's like watching and analyzing, trying to figure out how to get these points. But we finished the game. So we got blessing and a blessing. DZ, VOX 25, Jet 0. Crimson and Kel, Doc, all getting halos. Jet 50 points. Strawman, Vox 0. And you guys will see what I mean from that last attack. Those last two attacks by Chad got them 5 strawmen, which is 50 points. If he gets rid of this and gets rid of 3 blocks, they get another 150 points from these blessings. So that would have been a huge, huge attack. We got 45 points worth of slivers and 55 points worth of slivers. Take these blessings down. Vox has 6 blessings. Let's take all of them down and rebuild the wall. And then we'll take the black block down. Over on the other side, we got 3 blessings. It's going to get rid of this ice block for 1, and then it'll get rid of 2 blue blocks. All right. Awesome job, everybody. You guys played great. All right. Hey, give me 5 minutes. We finished early, so we'll be out of here before 10:45. 5 minutes, I'll have the score. We'll let you know who won. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be close because one team did one thing, and then you got Jet over there with all those watchtowers lit up. That is super scary. We'll be right back, everybody. Congratulate each other. All right, everybody, we are back, and we do have a winner tonight. This came down to a couple moves. You'll see it in the score. One block here, one block there. Makes a big difference for both teams. So we'll start out with flags. Flags, VOX at home, strong flag game, 750 to 450. That is a 300-point advantage. Go over to the walls. Looked like Jet was creeping up with the walls. Had a chance to take the lead with the walls at the end. And again, a very, very good move by playing that third slime. That frozen block actually deterred Jet a little bit more from hitting it. So VOX got the wall game tonight, 605 to 385. Strawman, a lot of work on the strawman. Jet didn't quite get the points they wanted. They had 10 here, 10 there, 10 there, and then 50, but didn't push that strawman game up there to put pressure on earlier. Could have been 100, 150 points a round, but ended up only being a total of 80 points for Team Jet compared to 0 for VOX. MBS. Ron went over, took the MBS. That is 200 points for a 2-round play. Kang game. Kangs were huge for VOX, 365 to 136. They got those scoring pets out there. So pretty big advantage at this point, but where's Jet going to make up the points? They got 3 needles to 0. Once that Grendel came out, again, Jet possibly had some opportunities getting some more needles out there, but they stopped at 3, 300 to 0. Siege and Occupy. VOX, 50 points in the sniper zone. Nobody else got Siege or Occupy, so not a lot of movement tonight. Watchtower. Jet did take the Watchtower, but VOX still did a little bit there, 325 to 125, so there's a 200-point advantage. DZ, 75 to 50, VOX over Jet. Timers. VOX a little slow on the movement tonight, minus 95. Jet only minus 20, so an advantage with the speed to Team Jet. But after the initial core points, VOX 2075, Jet 1696, so about a 400-point advantage. Let's go to the PCP points. 1 gold bar, cannonball, tire, 2 devil horns, a 9 award, and 75 points for PCP DZ that were split between Kel and Busy, giving a total of 250 for Jet. Go over to the other side. We got a white flag, gold bar, feather, cannonball, tire, 2 angel wings, golden orb, bronze star, and 75 points split between Crimson and Dr. Die. So DZ PCP was even, but VOX was a slight advantage there, 400 to 250. Then you get the extras. Well, that Sender was 20 points, right? But you got Dark Boss, Victorium, Mythic Watchers, Gold Watchers. Overall, I'll give you the summary here. We had VOX with 280 sliver points and 164 points in extras for a total of 444. And on the other side, we had Jet, 200 in slivers. They were down 80 points in slivers, and a net gain of 56 points of 256, so down about 200. VOX at home tonight looking strong. Not a lot of room for improvement, 1 or 2 moves, but VOX 29-19, Jet 22-02. Faction Wars are back, baby. Both teams, limited lineups. It felt good to play it. Add Miss to the War Bundle tonight. Miss looks like she's getting back in the game. So, Jet looking stronger and stronger on the road. VOX took care of business at home. So, my hat's off to both teams. Don't forget, tomorrow night, everybody, we are going to be in the trade chat. So, trade chat tomorrow night, and more chances to get items that you will be able to use in Faction Wars. Have a great night, everybody. Night Owls, what would happen tonight? You would pull all this data, put them in spreadsheets, send it to Julia, and all these items would be deducted on Sunday morning. So have a great night, everybody. Talk to you soon. And way to finish early, everybody. Peace.